Hi, Bob. Hi, everybody. Yes, it's me, Jim Johnson, and my good friend and Blood Bowl legend, Bob Bifford, who'll be bringing you today's game.
It's gonna be another killer, Jim.
I hope so, Bob. I hope so.
A quick glance at the player stats, and you soon realize that these two teams are years apart. Did you know that the Grimjacks were the very first team to experiment with flesh golems instead of mummies?
Oh, yeah, Bob. The famous flesh golem, Frank Einstein, made a debut with that team.
Oh yeah, Jim. Frank lost count of his replacement limbs. That's it. The ball's in play. There's gonna be trouble.
He sent him down for a chat with the Astrogranite. Who doesn't remember the Badlands Deadskins and their mummies back in the old days, Bob?
A very interesting story indeed, Jim. Apparently Javlok Kavlok, the head coach of the Deadskins, was unable to find some preserved mummies, so he fielded two flesh golems instead.
Indeed, Bob, and he clad them from head to toe in bandages. Hand skills. The ball is caught. Do you remember when the first necromantic teams started to appear in the minor circuits, Bob?
Oh yeah, that sure was fun, Jim.
Especially when they fielded skeletons and werewolves at the same time, Bob.
I remember the werewolves running away with the skeleton's bones, much to the delight of the fans.
As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch. Oh, I bet that hurt. You could hear his spine shatter from right up here.
Look on the bright side. It was a quick death. The referees guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided. That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department. Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things.
Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts.
Did you know that at first the ogre teams played with goblins on their rosters?
That's right, Jim. But they had problems with their sticky fingers, Jim.
That's true, Bob. They sure are kleptomaniac goblins after all.
No wonder they replaced them by their cousins, the snotlings, Jim.
Yeah, at least they can't carry as much when they steal, Bob. Wow, I can tell you straight, that hurts.
You think you'll be able to get up after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay down.
Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
on the schmuzzle.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
We can thank the Necromantic Broadcasting Circle for introducing the sport to so many necromancers.
That's true, Jim. Blood Bowl would surely be empty without howling werewolves and flesh golems and their replacement limbs.
Do you remember when the first necromantic teams started to appear in the minor circuits, Bob?
Oh yeah, that sure was fun, Jim.
Especially when they fielded skeletons and werewolves at the same time, Bob.
I remember the werewolves kept running away with the skeleton's bones, much to the delight of the fans.
This player needs some time to get his senses back.
What a coward!
Get up, loser! I don't know if we really like that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of the mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
This player has opened the slapping box and gives rather generously.
Ha ha! Stunned!
What an idiot! facelift punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now.
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistants to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
Look, ready to score.
Unless a fan climbs down from the stand for a block, Bob. There's one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation.
Ogre teams are not the best Blood Bowl teams out there.
I am a proud ogre, Jim. And don't make me call my buddy Morganthorne.
I am just saying, Bob, that not many Ogre teams win their matches at the Snufflings. Ah, well, never mind.
I thought we were friends. Oh,
Oh, what a baby! That's one regulation clobbering.
Ouch! Oh, he's knocked him senseless.
You're assuming, then, that he had something between his ears to begin with.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral.
shop, his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face. Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
Great pass and touch. He didn't tremble.
Nice pass. The action goes on. Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine and he's having a little nap.
Did you know that the red-faced Rocketeers pioneered in throwing goblets as far as they could on the pitch, Jim?
Oh yeah, Bob. Who doesn't remember the match against dwarf giants when they threw a goblin right into the propellers of a dwarf gyrocopter?
The fans at home sure were in for a surprise there, Jim.
What violence!
Yes! It's a great spectacle, Bob. We can thank the Necromantic Broadcasting Circle for introducing the sport to so many necromancers.
That's true, Jim. Blood Bowl would surely be empty without howling werewolves and flesh golems and their replacement limbs.
goes skywards and the match is on. Corruption so widespread that the Referees Guild has set up rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last season, clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate. Now there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
Wow, I didn't see that one coming.
And nor did the player, or he would have ducked. And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway.
He's got the ball! Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling Big Moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like Big Moot sandwiches?
No way! A little elf beauty, yeah. A recent medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing when you come to think of it.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less frequent.
Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport. I doubt... Typical of the referee. The players just get warmed up. Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision. Charge!
Don't hit me, don't hit me.
Oops, I'm sorry, that's an old reflex. I'm hearing the starting whistle.
Can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal.
Fortunately for that player, medicine has come on leaps and bounds since your days, Bob.
I hope so, Jim. Yes, I hope so.
Down and eat the dust. It's good for you. I am sure we will see some goblins propelled downfield today, Bob.
Indeed, Jim. That's what we're here to see, some high-quality ogre gameplay.
Well, gameplay would be a start, at least. He's got a hand to the ball.
Yeah, now he's looking around for support.
Brilliant side kick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
I doubt he'll be taking any further part in the match after that.
No, we've still got 2 legs. What finish, what style, what perfection.
What a hammer blow! Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of a team.
Like the motley horde that's made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
The defender was made to look stupid there. He did him with the old, you look that way, I go the other.
That's a technical term.
It's in the handbook. Funny how his head went one way and the body the other.
Must have an elastic jaw.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face. Instant stun.
What a sissy! That one can't hold the ground.
Today's insight comes from Jaime Schlimmer, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Blood Bowl was like war. No winners, just survivors.
Oh, that's deep. About as deep as his team's position in the rankings. Oh, no, just look at that.
You'd think it was the first time he tried to pick up a ball.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one.
Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim, that's never a nice sight. I think he's singing him a lullaby.
Who doesn't remember the Badlands Deadskins and their mummies back in the old days, Bob?
A very interesting story indeed, Jim. Apparently Javlok Kavlok, the head coach of the Deadskins, was unable to find some preserved mummies, so he fielded 2 flesh golems instead.
Indeed, Bob, and he clad them from head to toe in bandages.
That reminds me of when I took grifter fits in the '91 final against Reitland.
Oh, yeah, you kneecapped him. He checked that move.
Made him look stupid, indeed.
If it wasn't for the blood flowing from his nose and mouth, you'd swear he was having a rest.
That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly, it's really ugly.
Poetry in motion.
What we'd like to see
More often.
The player gets hold of the ball. Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snap of the Wizard's neck. Doesn't look like he'll be getting back on his feet too soon.
He should be up before next week's match.
The player has got the ball, and now he's the main target.
As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch.
Did you know that the Grimjacks were the very first team to experiment with flesh golems instead of mummies?
Oh yeah, Bob. The famous flesh golem, Frankenstein, made a debut with that team.
Oh yeah, Jim. Frank, who lost count of his replacement limbs.
What is regulation clobbering?
Looks like he could do with a blood transfusion.
They'll have to cauterize it first.
I think she's singing him a lullaby.
Down and quite stunned, apparently.
Oh, a few slaps in the face and anybody can wake up instantly.
Go! Go! Just like in '98.
He sent him down for a chat with the astrogranite. Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say. But it really only comes down to taking a few hits. That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge. Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts.
The opposition will have to get out the great shot if they don't want to see them disappear over the horizon.
The Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling deaths.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away. The players are positioned and we're off. Pouring rain.
Yep, looks like we got some heavy rain coming in, Jim.
True, Bob. That'll make the ball slippery and difficult to handle. Tricky, tricky, tricky.
Ouch! Right in the face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one. Seems like they tried to pick something up, but it wasn't the ball.
Maybe they found a gold coin. What finesse, what style, what perfection.
What a hammer blow! with his hands.
Yeah, blood does make things a bit slippery. We don't see much of the heroes of war these days.
No, I don't know.
For any spectators who aren't aware, the heroes of war hope to show the world a better way by honest, strategic play on the pitch.
It's probably a good thing we don't see them.
Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things. It's a catch! Now this player just needs to survive.
Badly done. It was a good effort, though.
Let's say that he's a better fighter than ball player.
Scary.
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistants to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcast...
Some teams put too much emphasis on their physical presence, but Blood Bowl is more than a fight.
There's a ball out there, dummy!